I started to watch this documentary on that submersible that went down to the Titanic and imploded, and all of those poor people died, right?
It is a tragedy steeped in irony. What officials now presume to be the deaths of the 5 passengers on an undersea sightseeing trip to the resting place of another disaster, the Titanic.
I have to tell you, like, this should be required viewing by anybody who is not a narcissist. I don't even know where to begin with this guy. Full-on narcissist, psychopath. There's this psychological makeup. It's called the dark triad. And any person who's not a fucking narcissist should know about it and should be looking for these traits in people so you don't date it, you don't work for it, it's not in your life or anything. It's basically 3 sides of the triangle. It's narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopath. And just know that all of those are like, they don't have to be 10 out of 10. You can just be on the spectrum. And that fucking personality, you combine that with the greed of corporations, that personality is what ascends to the CEO level. And it rewards them because every quarter, no matter how much a corporation makes money, it's not enough and they need to make more. So at some point, what they have to do has to start becoming underhanded, and that's what weeds out decent people. Same thing in politics. Why can't we get somebody decent who's not an absolute psycho to run for fucking president? Because they get weeded out. You get these fucking dark triad psychos in there, and they can fucking do it. And you watch this. I'm bringing it back to this submarine thing. The guy was a full-on fucking psycho, total fucking narcissist. Right there. You cannot get into a submarine, an airplane, anything where your life is at risk and have a narcissist at the fucking controls. He's a god. Nothing's going to happen to him. And he's not even thinking about you or the risk, your life, or who loves you or whatever, right? Machiavellian shit. Anybody who blew the whistle on this guy, on his carbon fiber, stupid fucking submarine, he would ruin their lives.
That day, Stockton told me it would be nothing for him to spend $50,000 to ruin somebody's life.
Did he say that to you in regards to David?
Yeah.
And yeah, he's a fucking psychopath in that psychopath is anything from, you don't have to be an axe murderer. It can be literally like petty theft or whatever. And what this guy was doing was, and lying for no fucking reason. I guess he had reasons to lie. But they were showing this guy, testing this sub out. And he had this one guy who actually knew what the fuck he was doing, going like, first of all, you should not be testing this out with any people in it. And he was just like, he would get like mad. He would get fucking mad. So this fucking lunatic got in the goddamn sub himself. They showed him, and you heard, as he's going deeper and deeper, you heard the carbon fires snapping. And he's going, oh, that's not a good sound. No, you don't like to hear that. You'd see him every once in a while get a little bit nervous, like... He started calling it seasoning the hull. You gotta break some eggs. You gotta break some carbon fiber to make a fucking sub, right? With every one of those things that was snapping, obviously the whole structure was becoming weaker. He also had some sort of degree in physics, and the guy was saying, but he didn't fucking understand it. He didn't understand what the fuck he was doing. I don't think that he didn't understand it. He understood it enough to pass the test. But when you walk around and you think you're a god, you don't understand mortality.
Rush says his submersible is one of the safest forms of transportation in the world.
By the time we're done testing it, I believe it's pretty much invulnerable.
And that's pretty much what they said about the Titanic.
That's right.
So I had to shut it off. It's like all of these people were telling this guy not to do it, and all it did was get him mad, and he would stop talking to them, and then he would fire them, and then literally tell them that if they blew the whistle on him, he was going to ruin their lives. So then they had to try and carefully get the word out that you should not get into this guy's fucking submarine. I highly recommend, especially if you came from a nice family, that you read up on these fucking people so you realize, what you're working with, what you're getting in bed with, and all of this shit. And these fucking people, they lie. They don't give a fuck. Anyway, so I highly recommend watching it. It's, the footage of this guy going under the water and you're hearing the carbon fiber wires snapping Oh, dude, and one thing that they did, you know, to seal something on the sub, they took the same shit that, you know, for a spray-on truck bed liner. He went around any sort of third-party inspections of it. He's like, yeah, we don't need to fucking do that. We don't need to fucking do that. We're not fucking doing that. And it's just like, I guess once you get out in international waters, they have no authority, so you just fucking do whatever you wanted to do. That guy and his estate, you know, whatever's left of it, from all of those victims should be sued again, and then taken into civil court, sued and sued again. I mean, the guy just, from his own out-of-control narcissism and whatever, just a completely avoidable tragedy, and he killed all of those fucking people. It's unbelievable. Anyway, so yeah, look that shit up, the Dark Triad. Like, my next Google search is going to be narcissists and the people who work for them. It's unreal. They ascend to these levels of power because they will get the fucking, air quote, job done no matter what. And then they have this power, and then they have the ability to destroy the lives of decent people. And they will do it because they don't give a fuck, because they don't feel feelings. Because in their head, you're wrong. They're a god. How dare you question me? These rules and regulations, that's for mere mortals. I know what I'm doing. Sorry, I don't know. I know that was a little dry and a little dark, but you gotta fucking, you gotta see it. Everyone who's alive from that fucking Ocean Gate, it's kind of funny that he would call it that, Watergate, Ocean Gate, like something dishonest. He almost was like admitting that something, Ocean Gate. Why gate? Gateway down to the Titanic? I have no idea. And I also, to be honest with you, I have no understanding why video footage of the Titanic isn't enough, you know? I think because it happened so long ago, people forget about all the lives lost. You know what I mean? Like, I've never gone down to that, the 9/11 World Trade Center monument thing. I just can't get myself to do it. It's just too fucking sad to me. And I know I'm going to go down there and someone's going to be doing something or saying something disrespectful, and it's going to fucking piss me off. So I just avoid going down there. So why the fuck you would want to go down there to see this fucking boat where everybody, you know, died that tragic, lonely, fucking terrifying death is beyond me. Now that I've said all that, check it out, man. It's very educational. And if you watch it, don't just look at this guy like, dude, this guy's a fucking idiot. This guy's got a couple of screws loose. No, that guy was the CEO of a company and got a whole bunch of, I don't know where he got his money, you know, but how those people work, it's never their money. He had a startup submarine company that went through no sort of regulations from any sort of governing third party, and he took a bunch of people down and he fucking killed them. It's beyond this guy's a psycho. This guy is the typical fucking person that is a CEO that denies health insurance claims for a living. Yeah, we got your money. We're not paying for your dad's sick. No, he's going to die now. And I'm going to go get a sandwich, and I'm not even going to fucking think about this, even though I heard you crying on the phone.